In a world of blind people, if no one had sight, the one person who did would be a superhero. Their sight would be amazing. They could take in and do things that no one else could do, which is no slam on the sightless. Just similarly, if everyone was a paraplegic, the person who could walk would be amazing as well. They could stop crimes. They could do anything they wanted to. They could be a superior criminal. In our world, where we can see and we can walk and we can do these things that might otherwise be amazing, we take them for granted and we think they are not so amazing. One thing that our superheroes can do, in our imagination anyway, I don't know whether or not there are superheroes that can do this out there for real, but is fly. Which is kind of funny to me because we've learned to be able to fly. We take airplanes and we fly, and people are flying all the time. This would be a great time for an airplane to pass by overhead, but one probably won't. The thing about airplanes, however, is that they're really boring, and we took this thing that could have been really amazing, and it became this very static experience, and I don't know why that is. Maybe because we can all do it, or maybe because airplane flight is so safe and certain and so regulated and regular that it's no longer exciting. There is a game that's taken that regularity out of flight, however, and kind of makes me feel like I might if I was actually flying. I have dreams sometimes where I'm flying about a foot off the ground. And I think it's incredible, even though I'm moving slowly and a foot off the ground. And no game about flight has captured this for me more than Techno Witches. So Techno Witches is more system than specific game. It's a set of rules by which you can try to accomplish whatever the scenario says you should accomplish, and you can make your own scenarios and you can pray however you want. Here we have a basic setup of some scenario. I don't really have anything in mind for the scenario, but as you can see, each player is going to have a magic book here. They're going to have a witch that flies around and a tail piece. Despite the boundlessness of the playing space, players do take turns, and on a turn they're either going to place one of these magical curves onto their book, or they're going to fly. Alright, so say a player has placed a couple of curves onto their book, like so, and this would have been, 3 turns down the road. They've had 3 turns and they've played these curves, and this purple witch decides that she wants to fly. So then she's going to move her witch out of the way and go from the tail space here, place down the curves like so. And then her witch is going to go and end up right there. And I hope the scenario is to get to Castle 8, because that's where she's headed. It's using a very programmed activity to create an uncertainty, which normally when something's programmed, you follow the program, and that gets you to what you hope is a certain result. But in this case, the programming actually makes the flight more erratic than if you were to just be able to, put down each curve one at a time. The game has some similarities to other programming games, such as Robo Rally. I would say it's simpler to play, however, and very, very easy to introduce to children. The scenarios are presented in a way such that you're going to flight school together, and so like one scenario will be fly and touch this thing, another scenario will teach you how to go in reverse, and so on until after you've played these introductory scenarios, you've learned how to play the game, and that's how you learn it. Similar to certain video games, I think, are set up that way. Techno Witches.